Configure a range of parameters for the HUD that affect how it looks in the game settings. In this tutorial, you're going to take a look at the two main types of HUD and make a first choice of which one you prefer. Get started by climbing up the ladder into this train and sit in the indicated driving seat.
Okay, so basically, I didn't finish the other one. I don't know where to go to find it, but we're just gonna go with this one for now. And we'll excuse me. We'll figure it out later on. So, step up. Okay. I'm assuming that we close this. And then we sit.
Welcome to the most important seat in the train. Before you can start learning how to make the train move, you're going to need to understand what the HUD is telling you.
Okay.
There are three types of HUD. The one you're seeing now is the normal HUD. You'll learn that first, and then take a look at the minimal HUD next. There is also a simple HUD, which is essentially a cut-down version of the normal HUD.
Okay.
The HUD is a guide to show you what the train is doing, how you're doing, and what your next objectives are.
Yep.
You can tune what's shown here using the game settings.
Okay.
The main part of the normal HUD is the speed display in the bottom right. Your
Yep.
current speed is indicated by a white bar that will appear on the outside of the speedometer, and there is a red mark that indicates the maximum permitted speed.
Maximum permitted.
This
Okay.
is the direction display. An arrow will indicate the forward, reverse, and neutral directions. A cross, or X, means the reverser is currently either not inserted or in the off position.
Okay.
This is the power display. A number will indicate what position the power or throttle control is in. If the display is white, it refers to power. If the display is yellow, it means powered braking or dynamic braking. If the display is red, then the throttle is currently locked out and you will need to take steps to release the lock before power can be applied. You can learn about troubleshooting elsewhere in Training Center.
Okay.
These are the brake indicators. The exact one shown will vary by train and will often be visible in the train itself on the various gauges. These gauges tell you what is happening in the braking system. The most important one is the BC, or brake cylinder. In most trains, when this reads 0, that means the brakes are released. Anything else, and the brakes are applied.
Right.
In the top right is the track monitor. This shows you the line ahead and allows you to see all the signals and speed limit changes that you're approaching. By default, the track monitor shows the signals with their actual red, yellow, or green aspect. But when you get more confident, you can hide this information via an option in the game settings.
Okay.
As you accelerate, the track monitor will extend its look-ahead distance so you can see much further ahead at higher speeds. This is all done automatically. Now that you're familiar with the normal HUD, it's time to take a look at the minimal HUD.
Okay.
You can change this via the game settings, but for this tutorial the game will change it automatically.
Alright.
You can see that most of the HUD is now gone. You are left with basic information in the top left corner.
Alright.
The minimal HUD immerses you in the experience of driving the train. Use the train's real gauges as much as possible.
Got it.
In the top left corner, you will see the information about your next objective and some limited information about what the train's doing, such as your current speed, the speed limit, and the gradient.
Yep.
Use the game settings to add and remove information from the minimal HUD. With less information, you'll find driving more challenging, but also more immersive and rewarding.
Okay.
Experienced players might prefer the minimal HUD, especially when driving from the cab view. The normal HUD is ideal for newcomers or anyone who wants to drive from an external camera. You can switch HUDs in game settings. Do you want to start with the normal HUD or minimal HUD?
I think we'll start off the normal one.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Cool. Okay, I think I understand that. Let's see. Let's go to this one. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, what's this? Okay. Shit. Resume. Look, we'll just go with it. We'll just go with it. Moving a train. Okay, part 1.
In this training module, you're going to learn how to make a train move and then bring it to a stop.
Okay.
For this exercise, you'll be using a British Class 323 electric multiple unit. It's a great train to get started with as the controls are quite straightforward. This module will get you used to the feel of the train and its controls. While many trains have different controls and are operated in different ways, there are basically always 3 controls that are common and are required to move the train. The reverser chooses the direction you're going to move in. It often has 4 positions: off, forward, neutral, and reverse.
Yep.
The brakes are used to slow or stop the train. There are potentially multiple braking systems you can find in different trains, and you can read more about that in other sections of the training center. For now, the Class 323 has a very simple braking system. The throttle controls how fast the train accelerates.
No.
In this train, the throttle and brakes are controlled by a combined power and brake handle. Moving the handle in one direction will apply power. The middle position is neutral and does nothing, and then the other range applies the brakes.
Sweet.
You will find in some other trains that the throttle and brakes are on separate handles.
Yes.
Before you go any further, set the headlights for daytime running and ensure the tail lights are off.
So... Okay, I'm pretty sure it's easy to put them on day. Turn the tail lights off.
We want to move the train forwards, so set the reverser to the forwards position.
Here we go.
Now pull the combined power and brake handle towards you to release the brakes and apply. In the bottom right and in the center of the speedometer gauge, you can see a little ball. This is the accelerometer and will move up or down to indicate whether you're speeding up or slowing down. Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to the center position. The train will then coast on level ground and only slow down very gradually.
Okay. We do want to keep going. I feel like we want to... We'll keep it at P2. I feel like P2 is going to be our good setting. But this is actually really cool. Oh. Okay, let's slow down, let's slow down. B3, B2, B1, off, P1. Go P1. Right, maybe P2 for a start. We were on P2 before though.
When it comes to stopping trains, the specifics of each train can be quite different. However, the basic process is fundamentally the same.
Okay.
Bring this train to a complete stop by moving the power brake handle into the braking range.
There we go.
The amount of braking you will need to apply also varies depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill and how heavy your train is. Knowing the right amount to apply will come with practice and experience. Stopping a train is one of the biggest challenges of controlling it, particularly stopping it in the right place.
Yeah.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Okay. Let's let's just dive right into the next one. Let's just dive right in. Passenger operations.
In this training module, you'll be learning basic passenger operations in this Class 323 electric multiple unit. This part of the training center is the metro loop. It is used primarily for driver training for passenger trains that are generally shorter or might stop more frequently in normal operating practice.
Right.
It consists of 2 platforms. In this module, we'll be doing a complete circuit and practicing stopping at both stations.
Cool.
When you're ready, open the door and climb aboard the train.
Why did you have to spawn me out in the rain? Also, I don't happen to have any legs. Not sure how to feel about that. Oh, I've got a flashlight. There we go.
Always remember to close the driver's door once you get in the...
There we go.
To unlock the control desk, insert the master key and activate it. Turn the coach lighting on so that passengers aren't boarding a dark train. To allow passengers to board the train, you will need to open the correct doors.
Okay.
In order to use the buttons in the cab, you must first insert and then turn the door key to the on position.
Where's that? Oh, there. There you go.
As the platform is on your left, press the open doors left button.
Oh, there. Door release.
The weather has turned quite bad, so you'll need to turn the wipers on.
Wonder how realistic this is. Good enough. No? There we go.
The cab light is currently on. Make sure to turn it off. It's useful to find your way around in the cab, but can make it hard to see out of the window, so you should always turn it off before you start moving.
Okay. We still have the door open.
Headlights in the UK are used to allow others to see the train rather than being of great use to the driver seeing out. Set the headlights for daytime running and ensure the tail lights are off.
Day head. Tail lights off.
While the passenger doors are open and the loading objective completes, you'll notice the bar in the top left slowly rising. Once it reaches the top, the objective will complete and it will be time to close the doors.
Top left?
Now the passengers have boarded the train, close and lock the doors using the close left doors button.
Door close.
Set the reverser to forward. apply some power to get moving.
Let's go power 1. Alright. Not sure how fast we're meant to go. Not sure how fast the speed limit is here, but I think that's going to be enough. So I think we should have it moderating that. I don't know if it's gonna just stay. Okay, it's gonna decrease in power. So we'll chuck it on 2, and then we'll see.
You're approaching the next station. Use the power brake handle to apply power so that you come to a gentle stop at the indicated marker on the platform.
Alright, we're coming in. Let's chuck it on. Shit. I think we stopped a little far.
This platform is on the right, so you'll need to use the open right doors button to unlock and open the doors this time. Once again, observe the...
There we go. Do apologize. I am only just learning.
Use the doors closed right. Drive the train to the next platform without any further guidance and see how you get on.
Oh boy. Go to P2. I wonder how these people actually do this, because I would not have any clue. Isolation button. Like, what do these buttons do? This is very weird. Okay. 70 kilometers an hour. I think we should start braking now. Okay. Load passengers. So we need to go door release left. And there we go. Now let's close and lock the doors.
That
Okay.
concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Alright. Okay, camera controls. This is the one that I will very much so like. I do apologize. So, I didn't. I'm not used to a sleeping schedule. Right.
In this training module, you'll be learning about the various camera controls and how to get the best views.
Okay.
You can drive from in the cab or an exterior camera. Exterior views are particularly useful for coupling and uncoupling.
Yep.
Currently, you're in the cab of this Class 323 EMU with the same view a real driver would have.
Cool.
Before experimenting with camera views, set the train up correctly as if ready for departure.
Okay. So we need the master key there. We need the door key in there. We need coach lighting on. We need cab lights off. We need the tail lights off. Put that into forward.
We will now explore the camera controls. When using a controller, you simply use the same control again to toggle back into the cab. Do that now.
Done.
Now that you're used to interior and exterior, switch back to the exterior view again to learn more about it.
Okay.
From the exterior, you can move the camera around.
Oh!
Use the controls indicated to move and turn the camera. Spend a minute just practicing moving and turning the camera.
So, like, I could go up here, like so, and just go like that.
You can zoom in and out using the indicated control. Try it now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
While in an external camera, you can also interact with some elements such as junctions. You'll be learning about junctions properly in a different training module, but for now, fly over to the indicated junction and change it by interacting with it using the controls indicated. There's a lot more to learn about cameras, including numerous other camera modes. You can find out more in other areas of the training center.
Okay.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Okay. Moving a train part 2. Okay. We're getting there.
In this module, you'll combine everything you learned from the moving a train, passenger operations, and camera controls modules, but from outside the train. Now you'll have the freedom to enjoy external cameras while driving the train.
Okay.
Before you go any further, get the lighting all set up correctly.
So we want tail lights off. Those on day head. Coach lights on.
In most trains, you'll find functions.
Master key.
If you find a train where the master key does not set automatically on the controller, pop back into the cab to do it and then switch back to the exterior view again.
Alright.
Next, use the indicated control to set the reverser to just
forward.
as with other modules, you're currently sitting in a Class 323 multiple unit. You must now switch to the exterior camera. If you need a reminder on how to do this, head over to the camera controls module first and have a quick refresher. Aside from the magnificent views, exterior camera views can make it easier to complete tasks such as coupling, checking your lights, and changing junctions.
Okay.
Only a small number of the most common functions are usable for an exterior camera. If you find you need to do something that isn't available, simply switch to the internal camera to do it, and then switch back. Finally, use the indicated controls to apply some power. One will apply.
Okay, this is actually kind of cool. Shit, we're going pretty quickly. I think we should go back down to P2. This is quite cool though. There we go. Okay. Allow the train to coast to maintain its current speed. Oh, okay. So we don't have it on P. We have to have it on the off position. This is actually like really cool. Wow, look. Look at that. It's another train. This is actually pretty dope, not gonna lie. There you go.
Now that you've moved down the track, it's time to bring the train to a stop. Use the control.
These trains, they really don't like stopping, do they?
Try restarting this tutorial and running it a few times until you're comfortable with driving from the outside, including moving the camera around.
No, I think we've pretty much got it.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Okay. Changing ends multiple units. Okay, we're gonna want to do that. So let's go through all of these and get a hang of things. But I think we're gonna do pretty well.
In this training module, you'll be learning how to shut down a cab and change ends of the train so that you can drive in the other direction. You'll bring this unit back to central square sidings. You'll need to change ends a couple of times.
Okay.
Don't worry about how the train is going to get there though, all the paths are going to be set for you. You just need to change ends and then drive when you're given instruction to do so.
Got it.
Get started by setting this cab up for operation. Activate the master key first to unlock. Set the headlights for daytime operation and ensure the tail lights are off.
Day.
Set the headlights for daytime operation.
Tail lights.
Set the reverser to forward.
Forward.
The first move brings the train forwards to the junction around the corner from here, and you'll be stopping once the rear of the train has cleared it. Apply some power and drive forward.
Go P2. Move again, tell me. Master key's on. I didn't do anything. There we go. Okay. I'll wait for the train to clear the junction. Okay, it hasn't quite cleared the junction just yet. I think I gotta, oh, the junction. I see. I don't suppose that we might be going the other way. Maintain current speed.
That's far enough. Bring the train to a stop by applying some brake using the power brake handle.
There we go.
Now that the train has stopped, you need to shut this cab down. Turn off the headlights and ensure the tail lights are on.
Oh, did not mean to do that. So, off. Tail lights on.
Set the reverser to off.
Off.
Remove the master.
Master key off.
This cab is now shut down. Walk over to the other end of the train, ensuring to close any doors behind you.
This is not an ethical train. But, yeah, we'll just go with it. Just close the doors. Okay, we just go around.
Sit in the driver's seat.
Yep. Getting there. Okay.
Follow the steps indicated to activate this cab, repeating the procedure that you did when you set up the previous cab.
Got it. So master key on. These have to be on day head. tail lights off, and then this to forward.
Now that the cab is active, wait for the yard controller to give us permission to proceed forward once they've checked and locked all the junctions for us.
Cool.
You're good to go. Apply.
Alright, let's go to P2 just to get us going. And then let's wait until we're getting up to maybe 25 kilometers per hour, and then we will oh wait, 30. We'll go to 30. There we go. So now we're just gonna cruise along at this speed, nice and slowly. And we're gonna go into our external view to see what's up. This is really cool. I'm really liking this. Okay, maybe we can add a little bit more power. We add a little bit more power. Hey look, there's another, I think... Oh, that's not the same as us. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go.
Follow the steps indicated to deactivate this cab.
Yep. And then, so that will go to off. Tail lights on. The reverse off. Master key out. I'm just gonna do the more logical thing to do, and that's to hop out and just walk all the way to the back, just like this. I feel like this is a little more ethical. Step up, sit, close, master key on, day, off, and reverse forward.
Now that the cab is active, wait for the yard controller to give us permission to proceed forward once they've checked and locked all the junctions for us.
Cool.
You're good to go.
There we go. We're just gonna go up to 4. I think here it's I think it's actually 60. I think that's the speed limit. So we'll go up to 50. I think 44. I think 47's fine. We'll keep going at 47. Okay. I'm not sure if we should be braking. Power 1. There we go.
Before you finish, take a moment to review. When changing cabs on almost any train, there are some common things to double check before you depart the cab you're finished with.
Got it.
What position have you left the throttle and brake controls in?
So,
What position is the reverser in?
yep. So
Are
that
the
should be
headlights and
off.
tail lights set up correctly for what will become the rear of the train?
Off.
Are all doors closed?
Tail lights on.
Once you get used to each train you operate, you'll quickly begin to remember what each one needs and get used to the elements that are common between different trains.
Okay.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Yep, sweet as. Okay. Railway navigation. Here we go.
In this training module, you'll be learning about the live 2D map and how it can help you understand where you are, where your objective is, and how you can change the path of the train to get to the right place.
Right.
Under normal circumstances, the driver has little, if anything, to do with where a train is going. It's all handled centrally by a signaling center or dispatcher.
Gotcha.
Within yards and depots, however, you will find that these are often managed by the crew of the train directly. That means you.
Right.
You can tell whether a junction is manual or automatic by looking at it. If it has no big lever, then it's automatic and you can't influence it. If it does, then interacting with that lever will change the junction. For this module, you'll take this class 323 from the siding here next to the main loops and set all the junctions yourself to direct the train to the switch lines, and then change ends and repeat the process to bring the train into the depot. Your destination has been set over in the switch lines on the far west of the training center. Use the map to follow the path from the train to the destination and change all the junctions you need to get there. If you make a mistake and go the wrong way, you can go back and try to correct it. If you're not ready for that, just restart the module and try again.
Okay. So that's us. I am super confused. Okay, so this is a dead end. So I need to go where? I'm still very confused. Ah, okay. Wait, so can I just listen to that again? I need to know where I'm going. Do I want to restart? Yes. I'm just gonna restart and just make sure that I'm listening very carefully on where I'm going.
In this training module, you'll be learning about the live 2D map and how it can help you understand where you are, where your objective is, and how you can change the path of the train to get to the right place.
Right.
Under normal circumstances, the driver has little, if anything, to do with where a train is going. It's all handled centrally by a signaling center or dispatcher.
Okay.
Within yards and depots, however, you will find that these are often managed by the crew of the train directly. That means you.
Okay.
You can tell whether a junction is manual or automatic by looking at it. If it has no big lever, then it's automatic and you can't influence it. If it does, then interacting with that lever will change the junction.
Right.
For this module, you'll take this class 323 from the siding here next to the main loops and set all the junctions yourself to direct the train to the switch lines, and then change ends and repeat the process to bring the train into the depot. Your destination has been set over in the switch lines on the far west of the training centre. Use the map to follow the path from the train to the destination and change all the junctions you need to get there. If you make a mistake and go the wrong way, you can go back and try to correct it. If you're not ready for that, just restart the module and try again.
I don't see objective. Okay. So I'm just gonna get this all set up. So key on. Let's turn the day headlights, the tail lights off. Let's just turn that there, and then that's forward. Just make sure that they're okay. Okay, we'll just go slow. Switch lane track 5. Which one's track 5? Switch line track 5. Which one's that one? Where do I see line tracks? Central Depot. Oh, I think I don't know whether or not I've switched it. Okay. Line track 5. Okay. Okay, so that's gonna go there. Okay, I see. Okay, so that's going up. That's gonna go up. That's gonna go up to there. And then I'm gonna want to go into depot. Into the depot. But which depot do I want to go into? So that's gonna go, that's already all set up for the way that I want. So how do I do this? I think I'm doing okay. Okay, we're just gonna set it to off. Just so it maintains this speed. Nothing too fancy. Okay. We do not need to be on emergency. Okay.
You've made it to the first destination. Go ahead and change ends in the train, and you can try one more time for practice.
Alright. that off. Do not need to be on there. We can turn that to off. Turn the master key to off. Okay. Let's hop on out. Open the door, because we're not walking through all of those seats. And let's go. Alright. I'm actually really enjoying this. Step up. Sit in driver's seat. Oh, door. Sit. Okay. And now we gotta put in the master key. Turn the reverser to forward. Turn these to day head. Tail lights off.
Once again, use the map to adjust the junctions between your train and the destination. Where the black lines on the 2D map aren't aligned with the blue path, change the junction. When you're ready, get moving.
Alright, so that's our objective there. So that's already up there. Looks to me like it's all good. No, I think that's good. Yep, that's good. That's leading up there. Okay, so that one's leading to there. That one's there. That one's there. Yep, I think we're good to go. I think we are good to go. Okay, so that one moves that to there. Yeah, no, we are good to go. So that one's there. That one's there. Yep, we're good to go. Cool. Let's get going. Let's go. I think we can stay on P2 and we'll go roughly around 45. Oh. Okay, we need to slow this shit down. Like ASAP. $26, that's definitely like good enough. Like 26 is still pretty bloody quick. Alright, let's start braking. I think we got it.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Let's go. Oh, diesel. I wonder when we do the steam locomotives, because those are really cool. I love the steam locomotives. They look so good. Their operation is just so good.
In this training module, you're going to learn to drive a diesel-electric locomotive and how the controls differ from a multiple unit.
Yeah, I can already see.
This is a BR Class 66 diesel-electric locomotive, typically used for freight operations in the United Kingdom.
Okay.
In some trains, it is first necessary to insert the reverser handle. We need to do that on this one.
Okay. There we go.
We want to move the train forwards, so move the reverser in that direction. The train brake on the Class 66 uses a sprung lever. Holding it one way will gradually release the brakes until you release the lever. Holding it the other will gradually apply the brakes. You need to keep an eye on the two brake gauges in front of you. The larger one in the middle is the brake pipe. The outside needle shows the target pressure and the inside needle shows the actual pressure. When you apply or release the brakes, the outer needle moves and the onboard control systems will begin to adjust the brakes to match your setting. You can make a change to the brakes and focus on the road ahead while the system works to match the pressure you've set.
Okay.
The second gauge of note is the brake cylinder gauge, which is the second from the left. This tells you exactly what is happening with the brakes on the two sets of wheels on the locomotive. If the needles are raised to a V shape, that means they are fully applied. When the needles are both pointing directly down, the brakes on the locomotive will be fully released.
Okay.
You can learn more about braking systems elsewhere in the training center. But for now, you just need to remember that you are directly controlling the outer needle on the brake pipe gauge and that the end result is shown on the brake cylinder gauge.
Okay.
Keep the brake control in release until you can see the brake pipe control needle is reading 5 bar, pointing upwards. This will release the brakes fully.
Okay.
Watch the brake cylinder gauge to see it gradually reduce to 0.0. Needles pointing downwards, which tells you that the brakes are now fully released on the locomotive and you can move the train.
Cool.
It's important to note that the brake cylinder gauge is only telling you what's happening on your locomotive. If you have wagons attached, they can take a little longer to release, so if the train doesn't move immediately, don't worry.
Got it.
Apply some throttle to get the train moving. As you apply power, notice the ammeter rising, the gauge on the right-hand side with the colored sections. This is the amount of power being fed into the traction motors. Try to keep it in the green section, only briefly in the yellow, and avoid the red section to avoid damaging your traction motors.
Got it.
Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to 0. The train will then coast on level ground and the train will only slow down very gradually.
We'll stick to only gear 2. I want to know what all of this does. Even though we most likely will be using the locomotives as in the okay, how far are we going? Okay.
That's far enough. Bring this train to a complete stop by holding the brake control in the apply state until you see the brake pipe control needle in the center of your cab desk showing about 4 bar. The amount of braking you... That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
There we go. Changing ends, locomotives. Ooh. Is this diesel still? Or is this normal locomotives? Like, what sort of locomotives are we talking? Okay, so this is still diesel.
In this training module, you'll be learning about changing ends with a locomotive. Many types of locomotives have 2 cabs in order to make them as versatile as possible. While the cabs are often virtually identical, they are often referred to as either the A and B ends, number 1 or 2 end, or simply their front and back.
Right.
Usually the designation of the cab is written somewhere in the cab. In the case of the Class 66, it's above the window on the right-hand side. In this case, you can see you're in the number 1 cab.
Ah, right, I can see that.
All the junctions will be set for you in this module. You'll just be focusing on the locomotive.
Okay.
First, get the train moving forwards and drive over to the indicated stop marker and come to a stop in the platform somewhere.
Instruction light dimmer, windscreen wipers, park brake. Okay, we need to turn on the sand stick, emergency brakes, hazard lights, horn. Okay, wait, hold on. We need to apply the brakes. And we need to find the lights. Throttle 1. Oh, is that the lights over there? Hot plate. Probably messing with shit I probably shouldn't be. Alright, we'll just do that. Headlights. Where's the... Where are the headlights? Parking... Wait. Does that say... I cannot find... Wait, speed control on. Where's the lights? Okay, hold on. Let's just walk around for a little bit. Okay, we'll sit in this seat real quick. Driver safety device. Hot plates. The hell are the... Where is everything? I don't know where the headlights are. Brake overcharge, engine startup, dimmer, train length, direct brake, horn. Pass goods, braking, hot plate. That's the throttle. Isolation switch, engine, generator, control and fuel pump. I'm just gonna turn the dimmer on. What's that? I'm confused. Hot plate? Daytime running. I don't know where the fuck this is. Oh! Up there! Day running. Let's change all the shit we've changed back to normal. Here we go. That's at 50. This should be off. let's we need to look up more. We definitely need to look up more. Okay, tail lights on. I mean off. Okay. Okay. Let's release those. Cool. Throttle. Let's go 3. Off. Okay. So we need to go back that way. So this is us. We need to go back that way. Okay. So we need to basically shut this one off. So we're gonna keep that as on. Why did that go up? Okay, so we need to turn taillights on. We need to turn that to off. And then jump out real quick. Actually, no, we need to quickly do this. Neutral. Out. Get up. Open the door. Because I don't think we can, okay, we need to hop out real quick. Close the door. Can we not? There we go. Come over to this side. Open the door. Climb up the ladder. Close the door. Open this. Close that. Hop in this seat. Put that. And then we go forward. We release. We then turn these onto day running. Tail lights off. And we should be good to go. Wait, that doesn't sound good. Hold on. That does not sound good. What have we done? Sounds like we haven't disabled both sets of brakes. That's what it sounds like to me. Direct brake release. No, we need all brakes to be released. All brakes. All brake. Oh, wait. Parking brake release. Brake overcharge. Park brake released. Okay, I think we're good to go. Alright, there we go. I'm just not used to hearing squealing. Like, when, okay, let's, start to slow it down. Apply them brakes. Yeah, we overshot by a massive long time. We need to go back a tad. So let's turn that off. Turn the tail lights on. We need to grab this. So we need to go neutral. Take that out. Open this. Open this. Close it. Come up to here. Open the door. Apparently I can't just step up. That's fine. Does he know? Oh, this is the way out this side. Sit.
Okay, let's change ends. The basic process is always the same. Shut down the cab you're in and set up a new cab. Each cab has slightly different requirements to shut it down and set it up, however. Removing the reverse has automatically applied the brakes on the locomotive, so you don't need to worry about what happens when you change ends or what position to leave the train brake in.
Okay.
On this locomotive and on some others, you also need to make sure to put the locomotive brake in the release position when you're ready to switch cabs. If you don't, the controls in the other cab won't be able to release the brake. Before you move to the other cab, set the tail lights on and turn the headlights off. If
Done.
you've used cab light or desk lights, turn those off too.
Already did that. Alright.
Head to the other cab. You'll need to leave the train and get back on board at the other end. While some trains allow you to walk from cab to cab internally, it's often hot and uncomfortable.
Alright. Let's go back over here. Hop back in. So. Sit in the seat.
Notice that this end shows that you're in cab number 2 with the writing above the right-hand window.
Oh, yeah.
Get the cab set up as per normal.
Forward. Stay running. Tail off. And we need to release. There we go. Okay. Let's go to throttle 2. I'm not used to hearing that squealing because in automotive, the Squealing means not good. So, okay, let's have a little try. Okay, so we basically just need to get over there without any issues, which we should be able to do. If we don't, then I'm going to be quite concerned. Are we supposed to be on that track? No? Okay. So we're gonna start slowing down. Okay. Apply them brakes. Anything else? Cool.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Cool. Coupling and uncoupling. This is gonna be good. There's so many things you need to get down pat.
In this trading module, you'll move some mineral wagons to a new location and learn how to couple and uncouple the wagons to your locomotive.
Got it.
All junctions are going to be changed automatically for you in this tutorial, so you can focus on driving.
Got it.
The mineral wagons are located ahead of us. Start by putting gently forwards until you touch the wagons and stop.
Okay.
This will take some practice as it requires a lot more fine control. You'll find the locomotive brake is easier and more responsive. Take your time. If you hit the wagons too hard, they might come off the track, so try to be gentle and aim for 2 miles per hour or under as you touch them. You may also prefer the external camera to give more visibility, particularly as you get close to the wagons.
Okay, so forward, and then there we go. Want to make sure that this goes down to 0. Sweet. Okay. We'll go with that. Where's the locomotive? Where's the locomotive braking? Shit. We're good?
The next step is to couple up. You can either do this by using the external camera or by getting out and doing it by hand. In this tutorial, you'll learn both techniques so you can decide which one you prefer. There are many types of couplers on the railways. In this case, you've got conventional UK chain couplings, which simply need you to put the loop over the hook on the other vehicle. In the sim, you can do this by simply interacting with the coupler when you see the appropriate prompt. Apply the emergency brake with the emergency brake plunger. This will empty all air out of the brake pipe and prevent the brake pipe from overcharging as you couple to the wagons.
Okay.
You'll do this one by getting out of the train.
Okay.
Leave the cab and walk over to the coupling.
Oh shit. Wrong side.
Interact with the coupling to couple the vehicles together. Now head back to the cab. Unset the emergency brake plunger to restore the brakes. Then you'll need to shut this cab down and change ends. Follow the instructions here, or check out the training module that covers changing cabs in more detail.
Okay. Let's sit down. Closed. Okay. So they're applied. Neutral. Reverser. Take that out. Micro headlights, tail lights off. Okay. Let's head on over. I wish to close the door. Can I close the door, please? Can I close the door? God damn it. There we go. I have to do that almost every time. Alright.
Set up the train while you wait for the yard manager to give you the all clear to reverse into the siding once they've changed the junctions required.
Wait. Okay. Reverse to forward. Yep, release.
Junction set, you're clear to go. Now pull the train forward and notice how the brake pipe responds more slowly as you release the brakes. You'll feel your train taking more time to respond. It will also feel sluggish as it has extra weight behind it. Take this into consideration as you drive, noting that it now takes longer to speed up and, more importantly, longer to slow down.
Look at us. Fucking doing it. Now. Let's do that. Parking brake. Okay. Apply. In neutral. Release.
Looks like you're good to go. Drive the train back into the siding now.
Oh. Okay, so we need the reverse handle. And then we are going to exit. And then go into here. Like so. Hop into here. And then we're going to release. No? Oh. Forward. Release. There we go. Okay. Might as well put these on day running. Keep those off. Let's turn that down just a tad. We'll go into the third person view. Go all the way to the front of the train. Like so. Let's back in. And then we will basically okay, so I think that's more than enough. Let's apply the brakes. Let's take that out. Haven't changed anything except for these. Let's go back to the other side. This is actually really cool. I love this. Wait, no, we want to go inside. We want to go inside here. There we go. Okay, sit in seat. There we go.
Apply the emergency brake for the emergency brake plunger again.
Okay.
This time, use the external camera for the uncoupling operation. Switch to the external camera now.
Okay.
Fly the camera over to the coupling we want to uncouple. In this case, the one between your locomotive and the first wagon. Once you get close enough, interact with it as normal and it will uncouple. That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Cool. um, control cabs. Okay, controlling cab cars. Okay. Oh.
In this training module, you'll be learning about vehicles called control cars or cab cars. In the UK, they're often called driving van trailer or DVT cars, and you will likely come across other names for them too. The name cab car will be used for the rest of this module to keep it simple.
Okay.
Cab cars are essentially a passenger coach with a driving cab in them, but most importantly, they have no means of propulsion themselves. There are no engines or motors, so they can't move under their own power. The way that a cab car works is it will remotely control a locomotive at the other end of the train, and this is where it's important to understand their behavior as being a little different to the cab experience of the locomotive itself. There may be a little lag in control response, and you may not quite have the same instrument outputs as you do in the locomotive itself.
Okay.
For this module, you'll be taking this German Doppelstock cab car, which has a BR146.2 locomotive at the other end, setting it up and then driving it forwards to a marker at the other end of the yard area. Revisit this module a couple of times to try different things out and get familiar with the subtle difference when driving from the cab car. One of the biggest and most obvious differences when driving from the cab car is it does a lot less sound. Since all the motors and fans are at the other end of the train, it can be a little disconcerting at first.
Alright.
Engage the brake system by turning this key.
There we go. Reverse handle.
Put the reverser in forwards.
There we go.
Turn on the headlights and set the signal light switch.
I think normal would be good. Headlights.
Ensure the doors are closed. Release the brakes and apply some power to get moving. It feels a little odd at first. All the audio cues you're used to in the cab aren't present here, so you just need to give the locomotive time to react to your commands.
Okay.
Experiment with some power and some brakes and see how the train reacts. You may find some sharp jolts happening because of how the slack is being bunched up or stretched out by the loco at the back. You can minimize this by making your first power or brake applications lighter and then increasing them. You'll get used to this with practice and experience.
Gotcha.
Cut the power and coast the rest of the way.
Set the throttle to off. It is off. Max. That is, it's off. Maybe I just need to wait for it to... Can I get up? Oh, we can. Sick. Yeah, no, probably isn't a smart idea, but whilst the train's going. The throttle's off. I don't think that this is safe. Okay, run it. The throttle is off. Do I need to go like that? There we go. Okay. So let's turn that off. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look. So now I need to go from where I am, right here, and go back to over there. Okay. Let's direct brake, release. Reverse. There we go. Yeah. I'm here. I am currently stopped. Do I go forwards a little bit? I've done that. Hello? Do I have to get out? I need to first of all set that to, I think it's off. Turn the brake key off. Throttles off. That's off. Emergency brake. Apply. Cool. It's depart from the train. Cool. Yeah, I think we've done that. Let's go back. I think we've learnt pretty much everything that we need to know. I mean, the only thing is that okay, training center. There it is. Okay, explore on foot. We need to. I don't care. Play now. We want to